Hello, you guys.
We are here.
How are y'all doing? We'll give a few minutes for y'all to tune in.
Yeah, maybe we could just start the music while we're waiting on everybody to get in.
I'm gonna move your mic right quick.
Okay. Yeah, can you look it up too? You can look it up.
We just giving y'all a little time to tune in. Please like and share this video. It's the old sound.
Is it what?
The old. Like and share this video, you guys.
You got to disconnect your phone, Jay. That's so weak. Just shut up.
It's good like this, huh?
No. Oh, if I'm not mistaken, we're almost at what, 30 views?
We're at 30 views. Oh my
Hey,
God,
y'all, make sure y'all share the video. Share the video. Thank y'all for joining.
You ready? Okay. Well, hello everyone. I'm Queen Jasmine.
I'm Queen Chelsea.
And this is
Rae Banz.
this is Queen Talk. Like y'all gotta forgive us today. Been crazy busy. But you know what? The show must still go on. We still gonna carry on and do it how bosses do. But guess what? When you a boss, guess what? You gotta improvise, baby. So that's what we're doing. So we have our special guest here,
Rae Banz.
Rae Banz. Yay! Like. Y'all, like for real, like she's literally one of my favorite rappers. I know I tell her that, but like for real talk, she's amazing, she's talented. And you want to tell the people a little bit about yourself before we get started? Just who you are?
Well, you know, as y'all know, some of y'all might know me as Raven. I'm from Thomasville, Georgia. I am chasing this dream, and I'm not perfect. I ain't no preacher, but I'm here to talk to y'all today, and that's what we're doing today. We talking. Yes, you guys, we are excited. You guys, everything is not going to resonate with everybody, but we hope someone takes something out of it. We're just here to empower each other and pour some life into each other.
Yeah, right.
So we have some questions for Raven, and she's going to answer them for us. So we are going to go ahead and get started.
So yes, we're going to be doing a question and answer. Basically, we have a list of questions that we're going to be asking Raven. If y'all have some, some feedback that y'all want to, we always recommend that you guys give us positive feedback, comments, because we all are here. We've all been through things. We all have a story, and we're just here to help one another out. So our first question is going to be for you, Raven. Who is your biggest role model?
Well, my biggest role model would have to be Trina. A lot of rappers say that, but I mean, it's just because I love Trina's demeanor. I love her stage presence. She got a strong stage presence. That's what I love the most about her. She's just a very strong, she's the baddest. Yeah. And she's got a just strong presence, a very strong stage presence. Like she never has to do too much on stage. Just, she just, yeah.
All right, so the second question is going to be, who is Rae Banz and who is Raven?
So, if you know Raven, then you know that Raven is really sweet. Raven is really genuine. Raven is very soft. I'm sensitive. I'm very loving. My intentions are pure always. I'm gonna give a person all I got, whether it's a friendship or a relationship. That's Raven. Now Rae Banz.
I like Rae Banz.
Yeah.
I like Rae Banz.
Rae Banz, that's a whole nother ball game. Rae Banz, she very strong. Like Rae Banz, She ain't taking no shit.
I was about to say, she ain't taking no shit.
Rae Banz ain't taking no shit from nobody. Rae Banz is about business. So that's Rae Banz. And they two totally different people.
Yes. Okay, on that. Yep. Okay, so the next question we have is, what advice would you give? Because I know, especially me with being an entrepreneur, like running a business, I know you have your rap career. Like, what is your biggest struggle when it comes to chasing your dreams and also taking care of your household, cooking, cleaning, taking care of your baby? Like, it's a struggle. So can you give us like advice on how you do that?
Well, I know it gets hard. I'm not gonna say it's nothing easy. The main thing that I always have to do is pray. You gotta pray, you gotta stay prayed up, because that's where all my strength come from. Because it be days that I don't know how I'm gonna make it. It be days that I be going through stuff and don't know how I'm gonna get through it. And like I said when we first started, I'm not perfect, and I'm going through stuff now. I'm gonna always go through stuff.
To the day you die?
Yeah, and we all gonna go through stuff. But the main thing is to keep going. As long as you keep going, then you know you gonna make it. As long as you keep going.
Yes, it's like she said, all of my strength comes from God too. I mean, there is no way I'll be able to be sitting right here today doing this with anybody if I didn't, you know, pray and ask God to help me and give me strength. Like she said, all of my strength comes from God. I don't know how I do it. I don't, you know, some days I wake up like, forget everything. Some days I'm like, I'm ready. So like she said, my strength comes from God.
Yeah, it's definitely a struggle trying to balance it all. But like when I look at my kids, when I look at, you know, just being a woman trying to set an example, like it made me go harder. Like some days you do want to give up, but you always got to look at it like somebody out there is depending on you.
Watching.
Yeah,
somebody watching. That's another thing that keep me going, because I might see people out somewhere and I'm raving at that time when they see me, and they like, you know, what you're doing is so good. Like, you need to keep going. Like, you know, you be giving me so much hope to get started and doing what I want to do, this and that and the third. And that's a reminder to keep going. Because sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, I mean, I go through a lot. And it had me some days like, fuck it all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's another thing that keep me going. When other people let me know that they watching me and that I'm giving them hope, that's another thing that keep me going.
So the fourth question is, how do you deal with critics and criticism?
How I deal with critics and criticism. Raven is very sensitive to critics and criticism, but Rae Banz don't give a damn. And
how you should be.
Right. And really making moves and staying productive is how I deal with criticism. You know what I'm saying? Because it's nothing that you can't bounce back from. So being productive and making moves, staying focused, and you know, just progressing in what I got going on, that always make me feel better about any situation, anything I got going on. So just being positive, making moves, and staying focused is how I deal with criticism.
Yes, same.
Yeah.
I feel like the critics and the criticism give me motivation.
Right.
It makes me go harder.
Right.
It makes me go harder. Which I accept criticism. I love constructive criticism, but the hating criticism and all that, it actually gives me power. So
Right.
I definitely feel you on that, because I'm a Gemini, so I got two personalities. So Jasmine, like you said, she's a sweet, caring, but that Jazz, she don't, she's not care. And like you said, you got to use your haters and your critics, you got to use them to motivate you and push you forward. Because even like I was telling you earlier, like you are going to be in the limelight. We gonna manifest that. You know what I'm saying? You got to speak positivity of it. Like, you got to know how to handle that. And I know that's going to be hard. But like you said, you got that Rae Banz in you, and baby, guess what? So,
Yes. So
the next question that we have is, what is your biggest turnoff in a relationship? Y'all get turned off in a relationship? Y'all have turnoffs?
Ladies, we all get turned off in a relationship. Hold on.
let's drink to that.
Let's take a sip. Cheers.
Cheers.
So, my biggest turnoff in a relationship would have to be inconsistency.
Ooh.
Like, where you at and what you doing?
Yes.
Now, you know, if you ain't showing up for the job,
Replace.
then you know, I mean, that's got to be my biggest turnoff. If you being inconsistent, I mean, listen, hey, that say enough within itself if, you know, a person ain't even showing up for the job.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's my biggest turn off right there, inconsistency.
What about you,
what's your...
Jasmine? What would be your
It be
biggest...
the smallest stuff for me. Like, it be the smallest stuff. Like she said, inconsistency, number one. Or one day you wake up loving me, the next day you wake up hating me. Like, that is the biggest turn off for me.
Right.
Like, you got to be the same person that I met. Be the same person that I met.
Yes, don't
like,
introduce me to a vibe you can't maintain.
That's the one right there. Yes.
Don't do that, because then I'm going to be like, why you being weird to me?
Why you being okay, that's the one.
I'm like, what?
Why you
No,
being
'cause then
weird
you going to
to
think I'm crazy and really no.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just inconsistency would be that.
Okay. Great.
Okay. That's my go. How important do you think it is for a woman to have her own bag in a relationship?
I think it's very important to have your own money, so nobody can tell you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it.
Yes.
And at the same time, being able to support your partner if they fall short.
Oh,
You gotta have your own bag. You know what I'm saying? To keep
Mm-hmm.
everybody afloat, to keep everything going. And when you're ready to leave, you ain't worried
Right.
about
Mm-hmm.
you know how ends gonna meet because
Right.
you got your own
Mm-hmm.
thing going on.
Yep,
Right.
yep.
How you feel about
that.
it,
I feel the same. I mean, a man feels like if you don't have your own bag, they can control you.
Yeah.
Because you have to depend on them.
Yep.
So like she said, I think it's important so you can move how you want to move. They can't really tell you what to do. You
Yeah.
got to make ends meet with or without the man. So
Definitely.
yes.
I agree with you ladies 100%. And I think right now, like, we're living in a generation of men who are not like, I guess, our grandfathers, you know,
Well,
like,
they ain't nothing
those-
like-
right. And they were providers. But another thing is women are becoming more independent. So, you know, like, we're taking less shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
sometimes maybe you did have a good man back in the days, but you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he did cheat or he did something, and you had to stay there and put that up with that because, like, how you gonna feed your kids? But
Yeah.
now we're realizing, like, okay, women, we taking over, we bossing
Yes,
up.
we
Like,
are.
and that's how you gotta be in the 21st century, straight up. You gotta,
Right.
you gotta get your own bag, ladies.
Yeah,
Right.
get
Yeah.
your
That's
own
very
bag.
important. That's very important to make your own money.
Yep. A man's
Yes.
bag is extra.
Yes.
That's
It's
a
extra.
plus.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
the place. Yep.
Okay. So the next one is, I love this question because, like, I'm all for it. Like I said, you're one of my favorite rappers. So, like, how do you feel about people stereotyping female rappers? Like, men, like, when we listen to men music, like, rappers from men, like, for years, like, we've listened to men disrespecting women,
Yeah.
calling women out their name, and it's like now we're in an age where women, they don't care what they say on the records. You know what I'm saying?
Girl,
Like,
yeah.
how does that relate to you when it comes to, like, women empowerment and, like, dividing the stereotype between men and women rappers, women rappers?
Well, I honestly think that society takes music sometimes they're a little too sensitive when it comes to music because music at the same time is just expressing yourself. So at the time, if a man felt like a female was a bitch, we don't know what they done went through with this girl or what you know what I'm saying? It's just people holding people at certain pedestals, so they're like, wow, they said that, or ooh, they be saying all that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's music. It's about expressing yourself. It's about how you feel at the time. And hey, if I feel like a nigga was a pussy nigga at the time, then I'm gonna stay.
Right.
You know, so it's not to be taken too sensitive. I think people just take it a little.
Okay. So, next question. Oh, okay. Next question is, what is your biggest piece of advice when it comes to women dealing with low self-esteem or insecurities?
My biggest advice would be to take it day by day, step by step. Like, that's a process, you know. Everybody been through different stuff, so just take it day by day, and it's just something that you work on. It's something that you gotta be. Yeah, you gotta work on that. So, and I feel like all women at some point deal with those things, no matter how confident a woman might look or how much you see a person smiling. You never know what they're going through or what they're dealing with on the inside. So, you know, self-love is something that come over time, and it's just something you got to work on.
Yeah, you got to work on it. Yep, I feel the same. Like she said, everybody battles low self-esteem. Everybody, like she said, no matter how confident they look, people battle it, and it's hard. It's hard, especially with today's society. We looking at all these different people on social media, and we comparing ourselves to them. They might have the perfect body, living in the biggest house, and it makes you kind of feel like, what am I doing? Like, what do I not have? Why can't I be like them? But you actually got to know who you are. Like, know who you are, and knowing that you're working towards certain things, it kind of helps. It helps me with my self-esteem.
Right.
Just that everybody deals with it. We can't front. Everybody deals with it.
Right.
So, knowing who you are and just like trying to reach your goals, it helps out a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And remember your purpose.
Yeah, remember your purpose.
And who you are for real.
Yeah.
Because a lot of outside situations have take on how you feel about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So you just gotta block out outside things and outside situations that might be, taking a toll on how you feel about yourself, and just remember who you are outside of all those things.
Yes.
And that self-love, like I said, it's a process. It's a day-to-day thing.
It's definitely something that takes practice, like, because I remember a time in my life, like, I had really bad self-esteem, and it reflected in my relationships, how I treated people, like, and like I said, it's something that you have to do every day. Like you said, you have to work on it. You have to affirm yourself, tell yourself, even when you don't feel good, when you feel like you don't look good, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm the bomb.com, like, anybody,
Right.
like
Whether
that,
you're happy or not,
Yeah.
you got to be who you are at all times,
Yeah.
and just know that within yourself.
Yeah.
But like I said, that comes with time.
Yeah, it
And, just not being distracted by outside things. Have your mind strong to know that the actions of other people should not affect how you feel
How
about
you feel
yourself.
about yourself. Ooh, girl, you said something then. You said something.
Now I might be a little off with the questions,
Yeah,
like the
I
number
am
of
too.
questions,
I'm
but
jumping
just take it with love. And I don't think we asked this one yet. What is the most important qualities to have? We already said what are your turnoffs in a relationship, but what are 3 important qualities that you think someone should have, like when it comes to dating Rae Banz and Rae Banz? Rae Banz, we already know they gotta have that bag, don't they?
So I think the 3 most important things in a relationship is consistency, respect, and commitment.
Yes.
Like if you got all 3 of those things, then shoot, we ain't gonna have no problems. If you consistent, I ain't gotta come looking for you. You know what I'm saying? You showing up for the job. I respect, you know what I'm saying? If he respects you, then that cut out a lot of problems too. And if he's committed to you, shit, it's a route from there. Consistency, respect, and commitment. So
Short, simple, sweet.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see.
So what's the 3 things you think?
Me.
Yeah. What's your
3 things is honesty, definitely respect, and definitely consistency. I mean,
You got to be consistent.
Yeah, you got to be consistent.
Or what are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Plan or what?
Yes, and being honest. Like, let me know how you feel, okay?
Right. Yeah.
Be honest, be open.
Yeah.
So, those are my 3. What about you, Jazz?
Mine would be like number 1, of course, consistency. Number 2, being able to communicate with that person, because I think if you have a lack of communication, like people, like you have to understand, like you're not the same as somebody else. Somebody else might not have the same thoughts as you.
Right.
So you being able to communicate your feelings and that person being open, because some people they'll just block out your feelings. They don't care about your feelings, and it makes the relationship very complicated. And also dependability. Like I need to be able to
Depend on you.
You need to be able
Now,
to
that's one of them. That's like one of the top. Okay, well, it's 4.
Yeah.
Got to be able to depend on you. If I can't call on you for nothing,
Yes.
I don't know.
Look, when you call them, they be like, "Dang, that's fucked up."
Like, wow, that's crazy.
Yes.
I can't do nothing for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Okay, so next question. What is your definition of leveling up? What is leveling up to you?
well, as long as you ain't in the same place you was in last year, then that's leveling up.
Yeah.
Everybody's cards are dealt different to them. So as long as you ain't in the same place you were in, you leveling up. As long as you making steps to move towards whatever it is you working towards, then that's a level up.
Yes.
It's a level up. And don't let nobody tell you different.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's place in life is different. Everybody's pace is different.
Yes.
So
That's a good one. Right?
whether it's moving fast or slow, as long as you ain't where you was before, then you leveling up.
You leveling
Yeah.
That's 100. I need to thank you for that. I
Yes.
need to
You
do that.
leveling
Yeah.
up.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Real talk.
And it's like even mentally leveling up.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
that's a big, for me, that's a big one. Like, cause you could be stuck mentally. You could be moving forward materialistically. Like you could have a house, get a car, get all this new stuff. But if you're not leveling up mentally, like you're
None of that stuff matters.
It
You're still
doesn't
not
matter.
where you want to be. You still unsatisfied.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yes. So leveling up is mentally for me. But
And I love how you said you go at your own pace. Like, you got to stop comparing yourself to what other people. Like, maybe it's something that God wants to teach you in the season that you're in right now. And like I said, even if you're not where you want to be, as long as you made progress from where you used to be, that's progress right there.
Right. So that's why a lot of times y'all might see me get off of Facebook. I would deactivate Facebook. I would deactivate social media, period. And that's just so that I'm not looking at other people, making myself feel like I'm behind, or making myself feel like I'm not doing enough.
yes.
But
It's God's time.
really, you gotta focus on yourself.
Yes.
Keep your eyes on yourself, and just know, as long as you're making progress or you making steps, it don't matter if they baby steps or big steps.
Right.
As long as you're making steps to get to where you're trying to go, then you leveling up.
Yes.
You leveling up.
And if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. But
Yes.
that's what-
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. The next question is, how do you feel like, has there been has there ever been a moment in your life that you failed at something and you felt like there was no coming back from that situation? Can you tell us what that situation was and how did you come back, and what advice would you give to women who feel like there's no coming back from you?
Okay. A situation where I feel like I failed would be, I'm sure everybody saw at one point in time where I posted a status and was like, I was on my way to meet with money management team, and I had totally got ready to go to Atlanta. I mean, I booked hotel rooms and everything, and went down here. I paid $1,000 thinking I was going to meet with Moneybags management team. I got to this location, which his manager was supposed to own this club in Atlanta, and I got to the club, and them people looked at me like I was crazy. They didn't know what the hell I was talking about. That was nowhere on their schedule for me to meet with anybody, and I felt humiliated. I was hurt because I was excited. Like, I was thinking that this was probably my time. I had just dropped the Pain Was a Person, and I was like, this it for me. Like, this gonna be it. So I walk in and I'm letting them know, like, I'm here to see Jason. That's his manager's name. And they're like, we, like, Jason's not even in town. Who told you this? And I mean, I had signed non-disclosure agreements and everything, like, emailed them back to these people. Like I said, paid $1,000 thinking I'm finna meet with these people. Get in there, they don't know nothing I'm talking about. But it was a blessing in disguise, because at the same time, I was able to get on the phone with this man and let him know what was going on. He talked to me and he met me. He followed me on Instagram. And I mean, it might be small to y'all to follow, but that's big for me, because I've been in these people's inbox over and over and over and over and over, trying to get them to see who I am. And this man was never opening the message, but I got scammed.
Right.
Yeah.
And he got on the phone with me.
Yeah.
And so then he started following me on Instagram. And so now, it's just out.
never know.
You never know what might happen from that follow. I put out the right content. You never know what might happen from that. But that was a big, big letdown for me not too long ago. I mean, I had drove away to Atlanta, and I'm thinking I'm about to see these people. And then get back to town, and people is like, what happened? Dang, what did they say to you? How did it go? Right. And at the time, I really had no feedback. This is really my first time even speaking on it with the public.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, that's really what happened with that situation. But, stuff like that gonna come up. And, it's just tests to see if you're gonna keep going. Like, if you're gonna keep going, because it ain't never meant to be easy. Anything worth having is never easy to
Say
get.
that again, girl.
So, I understand the assignment, and I'm gonna keep going.
That's right.
So.
That's right.
Okay.
I just feel like anything, like me personally, like I've had so many failures throughout my life, but I just feel like every one of them, they made me into the woman who I am right now, and it built up like endurance, and it built character.
Right.
And it's nobody that's gonna go on this earth like that's gonna live and not have some type of problem. And sometimes we be worried about what other people think, not knowing, like everybody on this live video, y'all done had some situation in your life that y'all felt like y'all couldn't come back from, a failure. But we have to stop looking at other people's lives like, oh dang, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people look at other people's lives and judge them because we got stuff of our own and we try to reflect our problems on other people, but there's nothing that you can't come back from.
Yeah, and I wanted to say that part too because I don't think I answered that second half. It ain't nothing that you can't come back from.
Right.
If you know me and you from Thomasville, then y'all probably already know some of the stuff that I done been through, and it just ain't nothing that you can't come back from. I don't care what it is, if it's public or if it's private. It's nothing that you can't come back from. It's all about you, and if you want to come back from it, you know. So
Yes.
yeah, it's nothing you can't come back from. Never forget that. It's
Yes,
nothing.
you guys, y'all answered that. We're gonna go to the next question. Okay, if you could give a piece of advice to the younger Raven or Rae Banz, what would it be?
So the advice that I have for the younger me would be to not be scared. Like back then, like I've been into music, could do this, but I never broadcasted the way that I've been doing lately. Like my classmates, that's something that they know about me. I used to do it in class all the time, but I was scared to, you know, put that first foot forward and really try to pursue something in it because it ain't, you know, it's a lot of people that support me and vote with me, but it's a lot of people that don't.
Right.
So I was scared to try to do that. Like before I even put out my first song, I probably prayed about it for like 2 months because I just was so scared.
Yeah.
Like I was so scared. I had my first song wrote out for like 2 months, but I just was like, I just don't know if I want to do this because I don't know how people gonna feel. I don't know if they're gonna support me. I know they're gonna talk about me. Like, so if I had any advice for the old me, it would just be not to be scared because it's no telling where I would be had I started it way a long time ago.
Yeah.
Than now, you know, but it took me seeing other people being able to do it overnight to be like, I know I can do that.
Yeah,
like, I can do that.
Absolutely.
I can do that. So it would just be not to be scared. Don't be scared. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Is there anything I can tell the younger Chelsea? Any advice I got for the younger Chelsea? I would say, don't tolerate no disrespect from nobody.
Right.
And stop sleeping on myself.
I would say that to the older me.
Yeah. Don't tolerate no disrespect. Stop sleeping on myself.
Yeah.
Stop letting the criticism stop me from fulfilling my purpose. Stop letting the he say, she say stop me from fulfilling my purpose. Just do me. Be free.
Yeah.
Be free.
You got to, y'all. Y'all can't be out here worrying about what nobody say. Because guess what? People be having so much to say and be having so much going on themselves.
Yeah, they
Exactly.
Yes.
And be casting their fears onto you.
Yes.
So, you know.
Yeah. So that kind of sums up my advice. What about you, Jazz?
If there's anything that I could give to the younger version of myself is chase your dreams. Fuck these niggas. Chase your dreams and just be about your business and love, like your family, all that stuff is going to come, but focus on you.
Right.
Get your stuff together.
Right.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I like you said that love is gonna come. Focus on yourself because that's big with women. I feel like amongst our age, like we all looking for stability. We all looking for a man that can step in and be that nigga. But most oftentimes these niggas ain't trying to be that nigga. They got 1,000 things going on. But don't let that affect how you feel about yourself. Yeah. Don't let that get you distracted off your purpose and your focus and what you're trying to do. And I'm preaching to myself at this moment because this stuff I need to be living by my own self. So,
and as women, we're givers. We're natural givers. So we willing to put our whole life on the line for a man that really don't even care. You know what I'm saying? Not even that they don't care, but it's just like they put their priorities sometimes before us. So we need to be the same type of way as well. Yes. Unless we have somebody that we know for sure is going to come there and motivate us and support us through our process, not nobody that's holding us back. Right. Yeah. So let me see. Okay, next question. What motivates you to keep going when the process seems like it's getting you nowhere or it gets hard? Like, what motivates you to keep going?
I would have to say my daughter motivates me to keep going. Just knowing that I got somebody depending on me, that godly, somebody's whole life is really in my hands. Like what I do really affects this person.
Right.
And just knowing that there's people that's been watching me since I started this, like, is she gonna give up? Is she gonna keep going? I feel like I can't stop now at this point. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's a lot of pressure. Sometimes it's a lot of pressure to be like, you know, it's a lot of people watching. It's a lot of people expecting me to keep going with this. So there's a lot of people that see a lot of things that I can't even see at this point in myself. So that's the biggest motivation. And when I'm out and somebody's like, oh, you just don't know how much my child sit and be looking at you and just be talking about you, that kind of stuff is what keep me going. Like, man, I can't let this stop me, or I can't let, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on that. That's important.
Yep. Let's see. What's the cut we read?
What motivates you to keep going when it seems like the process is just not getting you somewhere?
The trophy at the end of the tunnel, the prize is what motivates me to keep going. Like, I know where I want to be. I know who I see myself as. I know I want to make my family proud. I know I want to make my friends proud, and also the person I used to be. That is my biggest motivation. Just being
want to talk about
the person I used to. I don't want to be that anymore. You know, like I said, I know who I want to be. I know the things that I've been through. I know I've been broke down, depressed, stressed, and unhappy. Like, I know I don't want to be that person anymore, so it just motivates me to keep going. And just knowing that I'm leveling up, or every day I'm taking the steps to be the person I want to be, it just keeps me motivated. And I can't stop. I can't quit. Just like us starting this Queen Talk, so many people are watching us now, so it's motivation to keep going, because people want us to give up. People want us to give up. They don't want us to speak. They want us to be silent. So it just pushes me to keep going. So what about you, Jessie?
Something besides my kids would be the fact that, you know, if y'all follow me on Facebook, y'all know I do like motivational speeches, and like I try to motivate people. And I just want somebody to be able to look at my life, because I've been through a lot, and there's been people that I looked up to, and I'd be like, dang, if they can do it, then I can keep on going. Like, I have the strength. Like, they give me strength and they give me that courage. And I want to be able to make it so someone can look at my life and be like, dang, if she did it, then I can do it too. And I'm just advocating for like all the women out there, because I've been there before. I've been hurt. I've been depressed. I've been stressed. But like we said earlier, there's nothing that you can't come from.
There's nothing you can't come back from. Not nothing.
I'm going to the next question, but let me go through. Okay, how do you feel about the importance of women sticking together in a male-dominated society? Or you can just do, how do you feel about women sticking together?
Period.
Yeah.
Well, me myself, I think that is very important, because if we were to rely on men to give us truth, that ain't happening. So, you know, I've never been the type of girl. I'm not. How do I put this? I don't know. Yeah, you got to tell me.
I know what was wrong.
Thank you. Just hit close.
Excuse us. You want to repeat the question just in case somebody didn't hear it?
Of course. How do you feel about the importance of women sticking together in a male-dominated society?
Yeah, I think it's very important. But how society is set up today, I feel like women are in more competition than they are unified. And that is the biggest problem with the world today. You know what I'm saying? Women are more quick to be against a woman before they try to, you know what I'm saying? Before they try to get to know her or try to get to see what's really going on, they gonna first go against her. And so I feel like that's the main problem with women right now, you know? But me, myself, I'm not, I don't care what the situation is or what the circumstance is, I'm not going against you. You know, I'm not. It's plenty of women that I'm friends with that we dealt with the same person, and I ain't controversial with them. I ain't confrontational with them. We ain't got no problems. I'm able to talk to her about the situation. But all women ain't the same.
Right.
All women ain't trying to come together. Everybody ain't trying to get.
Excuse us, y'all. We having some technical difficulties. But we gonna
The
keep
phones dying.
Yeah, the phones are dying.
We about to wrap it up anyways, but yeah, I think that's definitely important. Like, do you have an input on
I feel like it's definitely important for women to stick together because look at us. I mean, we could help each other go up.
Right.
If we stop the drama, stop the beef, stop the hatred. Women don't want to see other women go up. If you just find somebody that you can stick with and level up with, we could get so much farther together.
Get so much more
instead
done.
of separating.
Yeah.
So, like she said, when it comes to dealing with the same men, like people just feel like, oh, I can't deal with her. No, like let's get together and help each other out of the
Like,
situation.
let me talk to you about what's going on.
Yeah,
so
right.
to do what he said to me.
Yeah.
Because what he told you might not be what he told me.
Yes, and I'm gonna help you get out
Lying
of
to
the
both of us
situation.
anyway.
Right.
So let's just go ahead and what we mad for?
What you said in your song, when you get in a relationship with another, that's 3 diamonds.
Oh,
Let's say
You fuck with him, you gotta be just 3 diamonds.
Yeah, like for real, because these men, like, you gotta not just dogging men out of nothing, but like she said, it's important for us to come together as women because, like, now we're living in a society where, you know, women are bossing their lives up. It's time for us, we're talking about having standards, we're talking about self-care and self-love. So, you know, when you step up your standard, that limits the amount of men that are gonna be after you because a lot of men just want what's easy, straight up. So, like, when you don't have a man you can depend on, you have to depend on your sisters, like, for encouragement, for companionship, your homegirls, like, for real.
Definitely.
But we just gotta stop being so jealous and so bitter and, you know, just come together.
So competitive.
Right.
Everything's not a competition. Like, it's so much out here for all of us to be able to have equally.
Yes,
Right.
yes. So
Is this the last question that we got, or we got some more? My questions are all out of order. Well, I'm gonna tell you the last question that I got.
Okay.
The last question that I have is, what is the proudest moment of your life?
I think the proudest moment of my life is when I got Artist of the Month on 102.3.
Yeah,
I think that was probably one of the proudest moments in my little dream chase because it's like, dang, well, I heard myself on the radio
A bunch of times,
Yes, I mean, I was supposed to only get a month of worth of airplay on the radio, but it went on for almost 2 months on the radio, and that was probably one of the biggest accomplishments.
Motivation.
Yeah, that is motivation.
Yeah.
Proudest moment. Overcoming depression and feel like I came out on top and I just beat it. Cause I mean, you know, people don't like to admit it, but depression, all of that is so real. And we could be in a very dark place. And for me, I would cut the world out. I wouldn't go places. I was not myself. Just overcoming the things that I was going through. Like, that is one of my proudest moments. I'm proud of myself now. Like, I wouldn't be doing this right now if I was in the same mental space that I was in. So that's my proudest moment right now. Go ahead, Jazz.
One of my proudest moment in my life is when I, like you said, when I overcame depression. I was in an abusive relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I lacked self-love. I lacked self-esteem. And like when I started studying like how to love myself, how to heal, it's like I got this like certain swag about myself, this certain confidence about myself. And like it was so hard for me to get on camera and talk in front of people, but this has been one of my biggest dreams, my passion. Like I love doing this. Like Queen Talk, like I love it. And just me having the confidence to be able to get on here and start a women's empowerment.
Right.
Like that's one of my proudest moments.
Yeah, well, you know, since we speaking on those levels, you know, definitely that, because like I said, I had to pray for a good 2 months about even stepping out and doing music, because it's like, how can people take me serious when they know what I just went through?
Right.
Like, I went through a whole humiliated abusive relationship in the public for years, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, well, how can they listen to me speaking so confidently and then really respect it? But, you know, it's respected because I came through that situation. I got over that situation, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't easy, but it can be done. So if you're in that type of situation now, just pray about it, set your mind to getting out of it, and you will.
Yes. Okay, how many more questions, y'all?
I don't got no more. How many you got on your list?
I got like one. Let's see. Oh, we went through them.
So now one more.
Let's see.
I'm sorry, I threw the order all over.
No, you good. I think we went through all of them.
That's all of them?
Well, no, we got one more.
What's the last one? Oh.
Okay, let's see. So we often hear people talk about lack of support from family and friends or people we know when it comes to opening a business, starting, chasing your dreams, or anything like that. Have you ever felt like you didn't get enough support from people you know, or how does it make you feel? I can't even read the question.
Well, I can't even, front on my city. They have given me a lot of support since I started my music, I was very surprised because, like I said, I was scared, nervous. I'm like, I don't know who's gonna support me. I don't know what it's gonna do. Mm-hmm. But ever since I took that first step, like everybody else been taking the risk with me. So yeah, I've pretty much been blessed in the support area, surprisingly, and I'm really appreciative for it. But it has been some people that I've noticed that I know that don't show me as much as support that I would expect them to. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it is motivation to keep going, because it's like at the end of the day, these same people, y'all gonna have to double back.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna have to double back, and
tell them again. What the
same people, y'all gonna have to double back. Mm-hmm. So it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool on that. I'm cool on the support. It's fine. I'm gonna keep doing me, and I'm keep putting my best foot forward, and you're gonna have to fall in line.
That's right.
Yes.
So
that's right. Yes.
Pretty much.
Well, for me, like I always say, the right people will support you and help you reach your goals. The right people are always going to support you, and like she said, they're always going to have to double back. Always going to have to double back. So that's how I feel about support.
Yeah.
I don't really it sometimes, I'm not even gonna lie, sometimes it does bother me, but my mentality lately has just been like, okay, like we live in a small town, and like it's a million more people in the world who needs exactly what it is that you have to offer. So right now, it's motivating me to like reach other places, reach other states. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to travel around the world. I want to move to a different city. I appreciate the ones who do support, but right. The ones that don't, sometimes it does bother me. But like you always have to just keep your eyes on a bigger prize. You always have to think long term, and I know right now, like I love my city, but this ain't where I'm trying to be.
Right,
this ain't my final
exactly.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You have to turn people into believers too, because once you keep going and they keep seeing that you ain't like she ain't even gonna stop. She ain't gonna stop, and really it's paying out for her. So they fall in line, whether they doing it now or later. It's gonna fall in line as long as you keep going and you keep believing in you, because it starts with you first.
Yes,
you believe in you first. Everybody else is too. Everybody can't see what you see. Right. And you can't expect people to see what you see right off.
Absolutely.
So, like I was telling y'all before we got started, I was like, I was telling my mom I'm gonna be on Queen Talk, and my mom was like, what they gonna be asking you? It's like, well, my mama, she ain't really hip to everything that's going on. She ain't really hip to the social media. She don't know what's going on. If I tell her I got this many shares, she don't really care. She don't know she don't know what that means. I honestly don't think my mama gonna be like, good job till I get on the BET Awards, like I said.
Yeah.
So, and I know my mama loves me to death, and I know she believes in me at the same time, but it's still, it's like, people have to see it. Yeah. They got to see it. They can't see what you see without it being done yet.
Yeah.
So you just gotta keep your vision in line and keep doing what you're doing, and everybody else gonna fall in line. Like the support gonna come.
And how you were saying about your mama, like one thing, a lot of times, like our loved ones, when people say like don't expect your support to come from friends and loved ones, it's because a lot of times they're familiar with you. Yes. They're familiar with your story. They're familiar of how you grew up. They might know things about you so they're like, nah, I remember when she used to do this. I remember when she was a little girl. She didn't have confidence. She didn't do this and she didn't do that. So they don't believe you. But like you said, you gotta show them. Like you gotta believe. Nobody is going to believe in you unless you believe in yourself, unless you do the work and you keep on showing up for yourself.
Definitely. Yes, definitely.
Yep. All right, we're gonna do one more question. This is gonna be like a manifestation moment.
All right.
You guys know we gotta manifest. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Where I see myself in 5 years, y'all, because I got dreams beyond this music. I hope to be acting in movies. I want to own my own business. Before I got into music, I was going to school for cosmetology. I want my own salon, boutique. I want to be in movies. I want to be a mainstream artist with platinum plaques, gold plaques.
Yes.
Can we just touch on and agree on this moment right now? Ladies? Go ahead. Come on. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What? God, please give us the strength to accomplish all of our goals and dreams, Lord. You know what our heart desires, Lord God. Please let it happen for us. You know what we want. You know what we need. In Jesus' name.
Amen. It's gonna happen.
Yes, it's gonna
happen. You heard it first, right here on Queen Talk.
Yes.
That's right.
All right, you want me to go?
Yeah,
okay.
girl, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought we had to pray. Look, so in 5 years, where do I see myself? I'm heavy into real estate. I see myself owning several properties. I can see myself being like an A&R. I want to be like a business consultant. Because y'all know me, I love business. I see myself being a business consultant. Of course, I see myself with the family. I see myself flying around the world on jets, handling business.
Right.
Just being happy, just being genuinely happy. Just being on a level where I can just overcome anything, the obstacles that are going to come my way. I just want to be able to handle all of that with a smile on my face, and you just knowing that everything's gonna turn out good. So that's where I see myself in 5 years.
Where I see myself in 5 years, I ain't gonna give y'all all the tea because it's some stuff that, I'm working on behind the scenes. Yeah. But I just see myself like, I don't know if y'all follow Stormy Wellington on Instagram or Facebook, but she is like one of my biggest role models. And like a lot of times people come in like, oh, you remind me of Stormy Wellington. Like that's who my role model is. That's who I like admire and I strive to be like her. Like, cause she's so awesome and she's so amazing.
She's so positive every day.
And she's herself. Like I know a lot of people like, oh, because like I try to speak positively, they judge me and be like, oh, I can't believe she said that. I can't believe she's doing that. But you know what I'm saying? I want to be myself. I'm myself. Anybody that has ever been around me, they know I'm myself. I'm goofy. Like I like to laugh. I like to have a good time. Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like I want to motivate people. I just that's what I want to be. A little mini Stormy Wellington.
Yeah. Right. Look her up, you guys. If you don't know who she is, Stormy Wellington.
Yeah.
So that's all of our questions. We went through those, guys. Is there anything that you would like to say, or is there anything you would like for the viewers to know?
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yes.
If it's anybody on here that support me, thank you for supporting me. If you have not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, that's Rae Banz. All you gotta do is go to YouTube, type in Rae Banz, that's RaeBanz, and just hit the bell and you'll subscribe. It was a couple people wanted me to give them some shout outs. Tress, Hair Salon, thank you for the glam squad. Got Shakari on the leg. And, shout out to Georgia. She in there doing hair and doing makeup. And 3 Strands of Braiding Salon. Bradisha just did my makeup today. So shout out to all those ladies chasing their dreams, hustling and trying to make it happen. Trying to, we after the money.
That's right. That's right.
It's a whole lot of money.
Right. And these ladies right here. Jasmine, get the touch. I was straight out of Cairo. We got Chelsea over here. She about to start lashing y'all ladies to death. So,
thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, please like and share this video and just show us some love. And thank y'all for tuning in to Queen Talk.
Thanks. It's good. See y'all later. Y'all eat some good food tonight.